Hola, hola, queridos amigos, muy buenos días. Gracias por estar con nosotros en este su programa Café con Leche, la voz de los latinos en América. Estamos transmitiendo desde hermosa 1470 M, 96.9 FM. Les habla Lilia Galindo. Me acompaña Michael Dutton.
Camera together here.
The responsible for the cameras. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, what do you think about the election yesterday in the Republican side?
It was kind of interesting. I think Nikki Haley is gaining some traction, and she may stick it out because.
I think that she was going to take this morning that she's not going to continue.
Well, she said that already.
I hear that,
Oh,
but
okay.
I haven't confirmed it because she doesn't have more than 40. She has said that if I reach more than 40 or something.
Oh, she didn't have 40%.
No.
Oh,
20
okay.
something.
Yeah, then I understand because it's throwing good money after bad when you get to that point.
But it's incredible, no? That still so many people supporting former President Trump.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunately the state of our state. The state of our country is that he's put out so much non-factual propaganda that people want to hear, and so that's the direction that they want to go in. That's the direction they're thinking in. And he's, well, let's make America great again. Well, if you're from a group that's been large and in charge forever, you want to be large and in charge.
And do you know, I saw somebody interviewing people. When was America great again? And they don't even know exactly
America is great now.
They don't even know what time they were talking. Oh, in 1700 something or 1800 something. Nobody has a clear idea. And I imagine that he's referring to the 1950s when they were really having a lot of fun. No?
Yeah, well, it wasn't such a good period of time
for many
certain people, for ethnicities, for black folks are having it kind of tough in the 50s and 60s. 50s in particular, but yeah.
So that is not clear what do they want, and the problem is that he never talk about the real issues. He's always talking bad about America and talking bad about many people, but he doesn't have a clear policy in anything. No, he never talk about the problems in the country. Well, he creates some problems because he said that we are not producing enough oil, and I think that they are producing more than never before. And the PIB is growing tremendously, and unemployment is so low, and so many good things with President Biden.
I think he's one of these kind of people that entrepreneurs whose motivation is making money. Then
and that's it.
Their focus is making money for themselves.
Even for everybody.
Yeah, not for the benefit of the country necessarily, but for themselves. And I think he's used the presidency, our former president, used the presidency to advance his own agenda, not anything having to do with the United States Constitution or the various aspects of of American government. He did a lot to dismantle the rules and regulations that are actually in existence to protect the general welfare of the country.
La cuestión es en esto de la elección que vimos ayer, que todavía mucha gente está apoyando al expresidente Donald Trump, y cuando se les pregunta cuándo era América grande, ¿no? Porque dice, vamos a make America great again. Y se les pregunta a qué periodo se refiere, cuándo era para usted América grande. Y luego muchos no tienen siquiera claridad de qué están hablando, y le digo que seguramente se refiere a los años 1950, 1970, donde todo era muy bueno para la clase más privilegiada, que era la clase blanca solamente, pero Michael nos dice, sí, pero en esos años no era muy buena la situación para las minorías, para ninguna de las minorías era buena, entonces, yo creo que no tiene claridad y estamos hablando que no habla de nada, de ningún proyecto para la nación, pero dice Michael, yo creo que él se basa exclusivamente en ver cómo se beneficia personalmente y eso es todo, no hay más que en lo que esté interesado que cómo obtener provecho para sí mismo y de hecho por eso su campaña no habla absolutamente nada de los problemas centrales, ¿no? Sino simplemente no dice la verdad acerca de muchas cosas. So, uh, why Republicans always go and vote in the primary? Always, always. It's like going to church, in my opinion. They really go out and vote. Have you noticed that?
Well, yeah, I mean, and they should. I mean, they're American citizens like everybody else. Everybody should be interested, observant, and aware of the world around them, and participate in our culture, our society. And voting is a responsibility of citizenship. And if you want your thinking and the way you believe and think things should be, then that's the place where you can hopefully make it happen. So voting is important, but it's voting is important for everybody, not just one particular point of view.
I,
All points of view should be represented at the ballot.
but it's like if they understand better the meaning of voting, I believe.
Well, I think they are I I think they're more motivated to push an agenda that is theirs, and that they get out and vote. I mean, for a while, voting's always been very important, but for the very conservative voter, they saw and understood many years ago that that was where the political power is voting, and they're right, it is. And if there's any thought or any notion of combating what it is that they're trying to do, then you have to exercise your vote. That's democracy. That's our system.
Eh,
Anybody's concerned about that ought to get out and go out and vote.
los republicanos siempre entienden qué tan importante es el voto porque siempre votan en la elección primaria. Absolutamente están comprometidos a votar por ello. Y dice Michael que todos deberíamos de entender la importancia del voto y salir todos. Sin embargo, ellos tienen muy claro que la única manera de proteger su plataforma es a través del voto y por eso siempre salen a votar religiosamente. Este, they go to vote like they go to church every single Sunday.
Well, and we all should.
We all should, but we don't.
Yeah.
Todos deberíamos de salir a votar como ellos, porque ellos salen, como ir a la iglesia todos los domingos, así salen a votar en todas las elecciones primarias y la elección de noviembre. Así es
Yeah.
que por eso siempre obtienen ventajas que muchos de nosotros no obtenemos. This is why they always, many times they win whatever they have.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't vote, then you can't complain. And if you do vote, then you're trying to
Make a change.
push an agenda and make things go the way you think, the way you want to vote. And that's our system. And for people who are concerned about why somebody else votes is kind of ridiculous, because the only problem with that situation is that somebody else isn't voting.
That we should learn exactly the same thing. It's a good example for everybody.
Yeah, well, that, and true, but they people who go to the polls and vote religiously are exercising their responsibility, and I think it's important that we see and look and understand that. And I haven't missed an election since I was 21 years old. Of course,
No,
back in those days, you couldn't vote till you were 21. Now you can vote when you're 18.
Michael dice que le digo que los republicanos van a votar como si fueran a la iglesia, o sea, con esa disciplina. Y dice, bueno, pues tienen todo el derecho y está bien. Le digo, lo que deberíamos de aprender nosotros de ellos es exactamente eso. Dice, porque ellos tienen una agenda muy clara y van a defenderla. Y si los demás quieren, también tienen que hacer lo mismo. Así es que el salir a votar es una obligación cívica que ellos cumplen y que deberíamos todos de aprender para que podamos también lograr que nuestras agendas, nuestros principios, nuestros proyectos se realicen también. Así es que tenemos que aprender eso, amigos. Now we have the election, we still have the November election, and I hope that this time everybody goes out and vote. There are so many things in the in game like
Hmm.
that you have to understand that.
Yeah, well, I think too, a lot of people are just been looking and listening and paying attention to what's being been said up to this point, and they'll wait till November to exercise their vote and get out there and make a difference. I believe um, you really can't tell why somebody didn't vote because there's a lot of reasons for that, but uh, the driven effort to get out and vote is stronger in November than it is in the springtime.
Bueno, estamos hablando de que generalmente las personas se inclinan más a votar en noviembre que en las elecciones primarias. Hace rato me comentaba, lo que pasa es que en las elecciones primarias hay muchos candidatos, entonces muchos esperan hasta que ya vienen los dos últimos y eso es en la elección de noviembre. Y tenemos que entender que tenemos que votar para que podamos elegir a personas que representen nuestros intereses, si no, no hay nada. We are going to take a break and we will be back.